Let's move on to question 2. It reads, 40 students are asked about the number of people in their families. The table shows the results. Number of people in family, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are also given the frequency, 1, 1, 17, 12, 6, 3. Right. Part A is requiring you to calculate the mode. 1 mark. Right. So, mode is the quantity with the highest frequency, or the quantity which appears the most. Right. So, if we look at our table or the distribution table, right, under frequency, you can notice that 17 is the highest frequency. So, your final answer is not 17, but your final answer is the quantity aligned to 17. Hence, mode is equals to 4. We are now moving on to part A2. Find median. 1 mark. Right. Median is the middle quantity when all quantities are arranged in ascending order. By ascending order, I refer to the order from the smallest quantity to the highest quantity. Right. So to find median, we start by preparing what we call a cumulative frequency. Right. So I have drawn the cumulative frequency under the third row, represented by the blue ink. Right. So the frequency and the cumulative frequency in the first column are similar. Right. But you then need to accumulate the frequency by adding to the adjacent columns. So 1 plus 1 you get 2. 2 plus 17 you get 19. 19 plus 12 you get 31. 31 plus 6 you get 37. 37 plus 3 you get 40. Right. So after drawing the cumulative frequency table, you have to identify the location of the median, or the address of the median. Right. So the location of the median is calculated or is identified using the formula half n. Right. Where n is the total number of families. So half of 40, you get 20. 20 is not the median, but 20 is the address, or 20 is the location where the median is going to be found. Right. So 20th value, the meaning of 20th value is median is the quantity number 20 when all quantities are arranged in ascending order. Right. So identify the first cumulative frequency number in the third row to exceed or to be equal to 20. Right. So the number is 31. 31 is the first cumulative frequency number to exceed the 20th value. So it means that the quantity above 31 is your median. Right. So the quantity above 31 is 5. Therefore, median is equals to 5. Right. But I want you to note something. Right. That we make use of the formula half n when the total number is even. However, if you come across of a question where the total number is odd, we make use of the formula half n plus 1. So you have to take note of that. Right. Take for instance, you are given the total number is 37. 37 is an odd number. Right. So when calculating the nth value, you make use of the formula half open bracket n plus 1. So you'll be multiplying half times 38. Right. But if the total number is even, you just make use of the formula half n. We move on to part A3. You are required to calculate the mean. 3 marks. Right. Mean is the average quantity, or it can be defined as the sum of all quantities divided by the number of quantities. Right. So mean can be calculated using the formula summation of xf, or summation of fx over n. Right. X refers to the number of people in the family. which is our first row. Then F is representing the frequency, which is our second row, right? So what you need to do, you multiply the X value with the frequency value per each column. Then you combine through the process of addition. Right, so I'm going to start with the first column. 2 times 1, right, plus, we move on to the second column. 3 times 1 plus 4 times 17 plus 5 times 12 plus 6 times 6 plus 7 times 3. So if you punch this in your calculator, it gives you a total of 190, which is representing the summation of XF, right? Then you have to divide it by 40. Remember, the number of families under the survey is 40 families. So you have to divide by 40, representing our N value. 190 divided by 40, you get 4,75, which is your final answer. Right, we move on to part B of the question. Another N students are asked about the number of people in their families. The mean of these N students is 3. Find, in terms of N, an expression for the mean number of all 40 plus N students. 2 marks. So the first thing to do is to calculate the summation of the N students that were added, right? So since the new N student, the mean of the new N students added is 3, it means that summation of XF over N is equals to 3, right? So if you cross multiply, you get summation of XF is equals to 3N, which is the summation of the new N students which were added. Right. After that, you need to calculate the summation of the 40 students before the N students were added. So mean of the previous 40 students was 4,75, calculated in the previous part, right? So summation of XF over 40 is equals to 4,75. So if you multiply both sides by 40, you get summation of XF, which is equivalent to 190. So to find the expression of the new mean in terms of N, you have to combine the summation of the N students plus the summation of the 40 previous students to generate your numerator, right? So the summation of the N students is 3N plus the summation of the 40 students, which is 190. You get 3N plus 190 as your numerator, right? So remember, the number of students before the N students were added was 40, right? So it means that the new number is now N plus 40. So it gives you the expression of the new mean in terms of N as 3N plus 90 divided by N plus 40 as your final answer. I hope you are getting me, class.